Grandfather and grandson Kirill Perlichevi, two generations of publicistic activity for Macedonia. The rich biography and bibliography of Kirill Perlichev, 1875-1944, speaks for itself. It would be difficult to understand the work of his father Grigor Perlichev, who he himself helped organize his work. The rich revolutionary educational and journalistic activity of Kirill Perlichev in the first decades of the 20th century left a deep mark in the Macedonian liberation movement, and his higher erudition illuminates this activity in a unique way. He is the author of the book Serbian Cruelty in Macedonia from 1970, The Serbian Regime and the Revolutionary Struggle in Macedonia from 1918, and Tasks of the Macedonian Youth Abroad from 1927. He is also co-author of The Macedonians in the Cultural and Political Life of Bulgaria from 1918, The Truth About the Crisis in the IMRO from 1929, and others. His grandson Kirill Perlichev took on the difficult task of systematizing and publishing his archives, which have remained unpublished so far. He edited the books 36 Years in the IMRO, Memoirs of Kirill Perlichev from 1999, Kyustendil Congress of IMRO from 1908, and the 6th Congress of IMRO 1925, and separately published The Murder of Todor Alexandrov in 2002 and other books. Perlichev journalism is of great importance for understanding the Macedonian issue among the Bulgarian intelligentsia in particular and the spirit of the time in this era in general. As he wrote prophetically in Tasks of the Macedonian Youth Abroad, because in our old continent the situation today is not one of the best in the world. No, it's not good as it can be. After so many revolutions against oppression and slavery, after the world's greatest cataclysm, such as the last war, fought and especially ended in the name of the best, brightest slogans, in Europe still there are unresolved questions, and this time not all the causes of dissatisfaction were prevented, legitimate desires were ignored, basic rights were violated, conditions for normal life, spiritual and material culture were not provided, peace was not expected. These problems remain as unhealed wounds to this day, almost 80 years after World War II, which polarized the world even more than the Great European War, or otherwise known as the First World War. Preserving the family history of the Perlichev family and that of the Internal Macedonian Revolutionary Organization is of great importance and is presented in an appropriate way both for amateurs and specialists in the field of history. The availability of the materials on the topic on the internet is another contribution to the Macedonian topic.